Hey Wes, how you doing? We're
All right,
live
how you
here.
doing?
We are live here. Everybody, hello. I'm Ryan, and this is Wes. And welcome to a Forlorn Hope artist preview. A little bit. We're going to talk to Tawa Abiwa today and Rebecca Richardson, and we hope to have them on shortly. Tawa's having a little bit of microphone issues. Rebecca, I know, is with us, but she's talking to Tawa right now, trying to get her to walk through it. But we thought we would take a little bit of time for just the two of us. I'm controlling this with StreamYard today, a little new for me for that. So I'm playing with some of the layouts and stuff here. So I'm going to put us on the larger layout, and I'm going to turn down the music that we had going on earlier. So, hey, Wes.
Hey,
First, I just want to thank everybody that has backed a Forlorn Hope. It has been just this amazing ride the last, I don't know, what are we on, 9 days or so, in which we've raised close to $31,000, 415 backers, I think, last time I checked, which is just an amazing show of support, not only for this game, for Herman Luttman as a designer, but for us as a company. And we just really want to thank everybody for all their support and well wishes and all that you've done for us over the last 9 days or so. Wes,
yep.
did you want to say anything?
Well, I was wanting to say exactly the same thing. It was amazing that first day when we had so many people backing and everything, and because you just always have that little pit in your stomach. What if everybody totally ignores it and nobody knows about it? But that was so heartening to see, and the game really is pretty amazing. What Herman has done with this game and taken it way beyond, what he's done with the system previously, with the six, maybe more scenarios, and that play quite differently and have different goals and different terrain tiles even on the map, and the card mechanic that for activation, which is different than tossing out a bunch of dice and stuff. It's just different and gives you a few more decisions to make. So I'm really excited about it. Hey, Ryan, while I have you here,
Yeah, go ahead.
vaccine stuff. Does Tawa know that you have to have Chrome? It doesn't work on.
I don't know. We can send that to her. I
That,
mean,
that
her
might be.
video was working. It was just not the audio was working, but
I
we'll
wonder if
figure it
that
out soon
affects
enough.
that too.
Let's talk a little bit about stretch goals while we're here.
Yeah.
We have basically met all of our monetary stretch goals, which was just amazing to me. From the dual layer boards to the custom dice bags to the acrylic dice to the larger counters, 1.25-inch counters. We've met every single one. We have one last stretch goal that is currently out there, and this was a new one for us. We hadn't done this before. This was a social media stretch goal, and that was for something that people were pushing for, which was a plastic, custom molded plastic insert, which is something that we've been thinking about doing, and we were kind of talking about doing, and they really seemed excited about that. So that is still available. All you have to do for that is go to that achievement, that stretch goal, and share that to Facebook. If we can get 150 people sharing that, that one will be pushed through. We are going to put another monetary one very shortly. We're just waiting for a poll to end, but so far everyone's excited about a new scenario, and everyone's been pushing Bellewood as the new scenario they want to do. And so I'm hoping by tomorrow to announce that new stretch goal, probably for 35,000. And we're almost there. We're 31 now, so we need 4,000 more to get to that one. So that's real exciting.
Yeah, definitely.
I do have. Let's see. Tom, can you hear me? I did have Mike, that Mandarin Mike, who was saying hello, and hey, Mike, how you doing? I'm hoping you're here and joined with us for this chat, and we'll hope to have the artist on. I had created a short little presentation with some of the artwork, and I'll just show off some of it while we're waiting for them. Let's see if I can make it a little bit bigger. So this was the cover of the game, and this was designed by Tawa. And again, we'll hope to have her on shortly so she can talk a little bit more about that. She also did all the work on the map itself. We still have a little bit more that we're going to do on there. We're going to add a little bit of color to that. particularly in the there's a little bit of color in the diagonal, the triangles. We're going to add some color into the letters there to really indicate the different zones. There's a red, green, and blue zone there, so we're going to put that in as well. Tawa also did these fantastic standees. We have both front and rear view of all of these different forces from left to right. We have the British, and then the French, and then the Americans, and then the Germans there on the end. Oh, I got Tawa. Let's see if she is here. I'm going to try to add her to the stage. Tawa, are you here? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear
Oh,
me?
great. Let's see if we can get Rebecca in too. I don't have a. There she is. I'm going to
Hello.
go back to the start here. So, hey, how are you guys doing today?
We're doing. Oh well, I'm doing well.
Nope.
I'm
Yeah.
also doing. You can speak for both of us. It's fine.
So let's do a couple quick introductions. So first of all, we have Tawa Abiwa, and Tawa is kind of on the bottom right there. And I know Tawa from school. I was actually Tawa's teacher at Manchester Valley High School in the graphic communications class. And that's how I got introduced to Tawa and her artwork. And I kept in contact with her. And hello, Mike. Mike's chatting and saying hi to us. And I got to learn and see how fantastic an artist she was. She actually worked on some games as part of the graphic communication program, and we stayed in touch. And then she did work on the Zorn game, Struggle for Zorn with Blue Panther. And then we recruited her for this game here. And Tawa, you are a graduate of University of Maryland, Baltimore County. Isn't that correct?
Yeah, that's correct.
Okay, just like me. And Rebecca Richardson is right below me. And Rebecca, you also went to UMBC, is that correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. Rebecca was not in any of my classes, but Rebecca is they both graduated from graphic design at I don't know if I got the major right, but I believe it was graphic design at UMBC. And Rebecca now works for a large format graphic design company, and is it in Maryland?
It's in Owings Mills.
Okay. Oh, Mike, I'll show you the chat. Look at that. All the nasty evil dudes in Zorn were cool. So that was what Tawa worked on for Zorn. So, give her credit for that. We had another artist for the good guys, but you did the evil guys. So you can see people liked your evil dudes for that game. And actually, there was just a recent review of the Zorn game by
Cody Carlson.
Yes, Cody Carlson, who said
He
he
gave
really,
it a
really
9 out of 10.
9 out of 10. So he really liked the game. But Tawa and Rebecca are here tonight to join us, and we're going to talk a little bit about artwork and graphic design a little bit, particularly focusing on, of course, A Forlorn Hope. And I'm going to put that on if I can. Look at that. There's A Forlorn Hope, and there's your beautiful cover there, Tawa. And I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the Mikey Donuts. Thank you. He says, love the artwork in this game. Great job, guys. So you got some fans here, definitely. Thank you, Mikey Donuts. The Forlorn Hub has done really, really well so far. I don't know if you guys have been following the campaign, but good. So we're close to 31,415 backers, and that's only within the last 90 days, with 22 days left, and that's a lot of time to do even more copies and more sales. So we're really just ecstatic what we've been able to do, and a lot of it is really because of you guys and what you've been able to do with the artwork and the graphic design. And so we thought we'd start with this cover here. And Tawa, could you tell us a little bit about your inspiration for this and how you decided to design the cover in this way?
Oh yeah. Well, I went through a couple layouts for the cover, but I wanted to show kind of like the texture and harshness of the trench while showing all the chaos outside, sort of like the chaos of a condensed space, but also that not being relieved with the outer territory. So I decided on this like winding composition that kind of implies the length of the trench, and the explosion where the title's against it just really carries your eye to like just its force because of the like white hot intensity there, I guess.
And Mirandering Mike says, good job with keeping the art with correct perspective and also keeping it dramatic at the same time.
Thank you.
Now,
I have a question. Tawa, did you actually go study a little bit about the World War One that maybe find out things that you didn't know, or?
Yeah, just mostly bits and pieces about like uniforms. I would say mostly. A
Mhm.
lot of the yeah, I think the biggest thing that I spent most time researching, yeah, was the differences in uniforms throughout the years. It was interesting to see that evolution in
Hmm.
response to just the new territory that this war was um having these men enter. So it was just like completely different than past conflicts and the weapons that were used in the like actual environment that they were fighting in. It was
Yeah.
interesting. We had to
Well said. And I didn't have you for history either, so I don't think
yeah, just like so
so.
many colors and detail got abandoned in the past, and just how war entered a new era, I guess. Just
Yeah.
interesting
Now,
fashion, really.
you had talked about before this being somewhat of a comic noir style. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah. I guess with the decisions with the illustration style, I think I lean towards comic noir just because the limited palette, of course, helps with getting the artwork out, but also there's a real opportunity for line and shadow to have texture included, which I thought could again echo the like harshness of the environment. And then you get a real opportunity for like heavy shadows, and that always makes things more bleak. So
And you can see that a little bit here as well. I'll blow this up a little bit for people to see. But this was also the board that you had came up with, which was really kind of unique. I don't know that I've seen quite a war game board that looks quite like this. Wes, have you?
No, no. And what strikes me immediately is how bleak it is. And
Hmm.
and I think that's right. You know, that's what it's got to be. It can't be a real pretty, colorful board in trench warfare in World War One. So I think it just immerses the player. I know when I play it, it does into this environment that they're in. So yeah, I've really enjoyed that art.
And then, of course, we also have these soldiers that you created. As I was talking about earlier, we have on the left the British, and then the French, and the Americans, and the Germans. And you did those from both the front as well as from the back. And Mike, look, Mike, you're getting a lot of good comments from Mike. He says, "I would love to see a full graphic novel in the cover style."
Yeah.
So get ready; you have more work ahead of you.
wow.
Is that the next stretch goal? We'll make that the $200,000 stretch goal. Is a full comic novel by Tawa Abiwa.
Oh my god.
So, but these are very cool figures that I thought took a lot of real time and effort and work to come up with, to not only create the characters that you created here that have true personality, but to match them back and front. I mean, how did you do that?
Oh yeah, that was um it was definitely a new skill I had to learn. I I don't do like a lot of turnarounds for my work unless they're like little animated models.
Hmm.
Um these essentially is me copying and flipping the silhouette and then
Hmm.
uh reimagining the same pose just mirrored. So in addition to that, I have to find a bunch of references for the like uniforms front
Hmm.
and back to
Yeah.
make sure that all those line up with the original. I always start on the front.
Hmm. No, I
um
understand that.
yeah, and then I
You did
just
an incredible job here.
make a match. Yeah.
Yes.
And I don't know if you're fully aware, but we are taking these and we're going to put them on little um, miniature wooden standees.
Uh,
So there'll be little wooden standees that'll sit on the map, and that you can see both from back and front. With these, there's going to be 36 of them, 9 of each of them, 9 for each of the different nationalities. Now, Rebecca, you ended up joining us a little bit later. and have been more involved in some of the graphic design work. And I pulled up some things for graphic design. Now, this is actually a card that Tawa did for the activation deck, but you had to take a lot of the imagery that she was providing to you and then popping them into that's a not an image she did, that's an image you actually created, but popping them into cards. That's one of Tawa's image in a new card that we just wrote. That's a brand new card you just gave me like yesterday, one of the event cards for the this is for the Lost Battalion scenario. But can you talk a little bit about working with Tawa and getting the artwork and then trying to come up with some sort of way to display that in cards?
Yeah. Well, Tal had already had sort of a start for the activation cards, and I kind
Let's
of
see.
took what she had and sort of chopped it down a little bit just because her artwork does a lot for the card already. So really all I needed to do was take elements around it to match the gritty style and then come up with a system so that one, it's readable, but it also still retains the style. Um, and then, of course, with the icons on the activation cards, it was making sure they were sized properly, that you could clearly see everything, but it wasn't also taking up the artwork as well.
Yeah, I think you did a really nice job with that in that point of view. I think it's, and I've designed cards myself. I think it's very, very difficult to make a card, interesting, to get some good graphics with it, to make it something that captivates and kind of draws in the player while also making it useful at the same time. And I think that's a very difficult thing to do. And I think you did a very nice job. And again, I'm just showing off a couple of these. Tawa did the front here of this one, the activation card, and then she's been doing all the artwork, and then Rebecca's been fitting in the artwork within the icons and the putting in all the text for all the different cards. I do really like the this one here with the famous, as Mike said, the famous carrier pigeon there, which was very cool. And I like the way that new event cards are coming along. And Rebecca's going to keep working with us on a lot of the additional the counters. I know you're going to be working with us on those, as well as with the player aids and the rule books and things like that. So I'm really excited to get to some of that in the future. We've been so focused on cards, and I know that can. I can't wait to get to some of the more in-depth things. These are cool, don't get me wrong, but when we really start getting into the rule books and things, I think it's really cool. Wes, did you want to ask any questions or go in for anything?
Oh no, I was just really admire this artwork and think we might be in a little competition with Wingspan now.
With the bird?
Yeah, I'm just joking, of course. But yeah, that was very cool. And this happens to be like out of the whole event deck, which is so high of cards, this is the only positive one that helps you, right? The rest of
I can't think of a lot of positive ones.
no, this was the only one I've noticed so far, because Herman made every other one be very deadly unless you just get lucky and it doesn't do anything to you. So that's been very interesting to me too. A lot of times, an event, okay, it can go either way. This is the only one that helps, and it's only for maybe one scenario. I think the Lost Battalion. So,
yeah, that's the only one I can think of. I can't think of it. I mean, we're looking at a pretty grim war to begin with, so a lot of the stuff is just really bad to begin with. It's kind of I like this one. I like the one with the pigeon and the carrier pigeon. Now, I know Rebecca, you work with a large format graphic designer, so you see a lot of the final press work for your for the stuff that you produce. Are you guys looking forward to actually seeing the game and the final product of the game and what all this stuff is going to look like when it's printed?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I mean, that's the best part, is to actually be able to hold it.
Okay. Now you're a big game fan, Rebecca, aren't you?
Yeah, I like board games.
Okay. And Tawa, you a board game person too, or more just into art and design?
I'd say more into arts and design, but if Becca invites me to play a board game, I don't approach. You
Oh,
know?
okay.
I mean,
So
I like
Rebecca,
we like to play more social deception games is kind of our
okay,
big one.
Yeah.
okay. What's your favorite game, Rebecca? I know I'm putting you on the spot.
That's
Everyone asks me
yeah.
that. I never can answer. You know.
Well, when it comes to social deception game, that's a tough one between Secret Hitler and Spyfall.
Okay, those are
But
two good
then,
choices there.
and we talked about arcs before, and
Hmm.
I really do like that one. But that one is like that's a commitment. That's at least a 5-hour game.
Oh, you're talking to groups of people here in that are going to be listening to and watching this stream that are fine with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hour games. I mean, we have people that will come to the World Board Gaming in Seven Springs and prepare to spend all 7 days playing one game. So
Oh, like Twilight Imperium or something. I know is like
no, no,
really long.
no. No, they'll set up these World War II games, and that will take days and days and days and days and days. Twilight Imperium, actually, that's interesting. It is a long game, but all the people that I know are such experts at it and are actually some of the champions at it that they got it down to like a 3-hour time at this point.
Oh
So that's why I
gosh.
never play with them because they'll just kill me, because they got it down to 3 hours. But yeah, as Miner and Mike says, you can see us old war gamers cut our teeth on 8-hour games or more. So we're very used to it. So
I like where he said trench span coming soon.
trench span. That's right. Not just wingspan, but trench span. We had fin span, worm span, now trench span coming soon. That's true. That's true. Well, we just wanted to give everybody a little bit of a taste of some of the artwork coming along and get them to meet you guys and say a little hello. Would you like to say anybody to the crowd out there of fans or
Um,
feel free. It's your show now.
yeah, I just want to, I guess, thank everyone for doing an amazing job with the backer kit, right? I mean, that
Mhm.
blew up so fast. I was watching it during my shift, and I was just like, every time I checked, it was just like doubling. It was great. Oh my goodness. But yeah, I mean, that sort of support makes games and projects like this possible. And I was really surprised, to be honest, just the amount of, like, even now, the comments we're getting about the artwork, Becca. Like, I just want to say, um, I really like how you put it before with how you're like manipulating the motifs from the illustration. It's like I was excited as well with like seeing more of the like non-card elements of the game get added and seeing how those motifs continue to get worked out in the design and see how like just dark and brutal we can make this, I guess.
And we have a pretty neat. We did one stretch goal. It's pretty cool. It's the victory point tracker instead of
Right.
just a generic token. We have what, Ryan?
Yeah, we did. We're going to do and I haven't talked to Tawa completely about this, but I
Oh,
will
hey, Tyler,
eventually.
you're going to learn something.
Yeah, we are going to do a a wooden piece, not a real big wooden piece, but a wooden piece that's going to be a Big Bertha artillery piece. So instead of tracking the points, which is a pawn, it'll be a Big Bertha artillery piece. Now, I'd love it to just not be wood. I would love to get some of your illustration on the front of that and on the back of that, but we can talk later about that.
Yeah.
Meandering Mike says Herman draws them in, and the artwork hooked them. And I would agree completely with that.
Well, we got his quotes. We can take any of Mandarin Mike's quotes and put them somewhere for this campaign because they're great.
Right.
That's true.
Even the humorous ones, you know.
Oh my gosh.
But
Rebecca, it's your turn. Would you like to say anything to the crowd out there?
I mean, yeah, basically pretty much echoing what Tawa said about well, she brought me in and of course I had seen some of her drawings before I was brought in and I was like, well, that's cool. Always super jealous of her illustration talent, but being able to put it together like this and seeing it come together and then seeing everyone's excitement for the game also makes me excited. So thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
thank you. And we just really appreciate you being here for us and working with us. And we're hoping to have this be the start of a long relationship. getting lots of opportunities to work with you guys for future projects as well. So everyone that joined us, thank you so much for joining us. We're going to keep this short tonight, only 25 minutes or so, but we plan to have another streaming event next week, and I'll post soon what time that'll be. I need to set it up, but we're going to have Herman Luttman on. Wes and I will be with Herman Luttman at PresCon. So we're going to be at PresCon live, and we're going to be probably streaming actual play of the game, which will be kind of fun to do. And we'll have playing the game, talking with Herman, doing some fun things all at the same time. So everyone, thank you so much for joining us. And I'm going to go ahead and put back on some music because, of course, we need some dance pop music because why not? And goodbye, everyone. See you all later.
We'll stay.